Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel. This is Hannah.
And this is Regal.
And today we're going to be doing some juicy questions.
Juicy!
So I'm going to be asking my husband questions that girls are too afraid to ask guys. And we got those questions from you guys and what you wanted to know and what you wanted me to ask him. So on all our platforms, I asked you guys what you wanted me to ask him. And so we're gonna get right into it. All right, we're gonna start out with bang. We're just gonna rip off the Band-Aid.
All right.
Okay? So do guys really think about being intimate all the time? Like, you know how people be like, guys think about that 24/7, you know, like, do you actually think about being intimate all the time?
Okay, so I will say that I think that is something for guys in general. Yes, that is, we're wired a little bit more, but at the same time, you know, the Bible does say that we need to not be, you know, we need to be in self-control and stuff. And so, I mean, which is why, you know, you married. In general, yes, I would say that we do think about it often. I mean, I think my wife is gorgeous, so I mean, of course, that is wired in me. And I would just also say that it depends on the season of life you're in, because you know, right now we're a lot more busy than we were when we first were married. So like,
and we have kids.
I mean, I think that is an important thing in marriage as well. So staying intimate, you know, not just physically but emotionally. So in general, I would say that guys, I think, are more wired like that. Yeah, I mean, I think there's like science backing that and everything, but I think
probably depends on what that person's going through too.
Probably depends on what that person's going through, and you know, maybe even spiritually where that person's at too. Because I mean, a single guy that is not married probably has that ramped up even more than someone that is maybe in a marriage.
Sorry, I just kind of hit you with the whammy right there.
You gotta go.
We'll go with a little bit of a lighter one. What do guys think about while they're showering? Like, I know for me, like, I'm going through my to-do list. I am like, it's hard for me to relax. Like, for some reason, the shower, that's my like thinking place. So what do guys think about?
I don't know. That probably varies guy to guy. I mean, me personally.
What do you think about when you shower?
It just depends. I am a guy, and so I will tell you that is a place of relaxation for me. Okay. I do take cold showers too, so when I'm taking a cold shower, I'm just like trying to time out how long I'm in there, because I want to make sure that I'm trying to get like the right benefits of taking a cold shower, because there's benefits to it. So
you're thinking about the shower when you're in the shower?
Sometimes, yeah. Okay. I mean, especially if I'm taking a cold shower. It's a very like therapeutic.
Your showers are very technical.
Yeah, and therapeutic, I would say.
So and relaxing and technical. You're not like going through your to-do list for the day and stuff, really?
I mean, if I have something to do, I guess I would be like, you know, but I would say in general, I use it to like wind down or wake up. Yeah, and if I'm relaxing, I'm just maybe processing the day. And I don't know if that's all guys. Yeah, I don't scrub at all, okay? It's just cold water, hot water.
Sit there.
Yeah.
Next question. Do guys really care if a girl can cook, or does it not really matter?
I would say this. For most men, I would just say that it isn't a deal breaker.
Okay.
For me, it wasn't. But I was, you know, thankful enough that you are a good cook. When we first started dating, she actually didn't cook much before we started dating, but she was like, I want to start cooking to make sure that I can like...
I've always liked cooking, but I don't know, just with what was going on in my life, I just didn't really make it a big priority. But then when we started dating, I was like, if we're gonna get married, I gotta ramp it up. It
wasn't a deal breaker for me if she could cook or not. Like, I think most men are like, yeah, they would love that. But I mean, I think for me, personality and physical attraction were more like important. I would say in general, it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
For most men.
Okay. And while we're on the topic of cooking, that will segue us right into the sponsor of today's video. So we have had a very busy day today. We've been running around and now it's dinner time, and I am so thankful that we have HelloFresh because I don't have to think about the stress of what's for dinner. I already have this delivered to us with fresh ingredients that are pre-portioned and has a really easy recipe to follow. So now dinner is going to be done really quick and I don't have to think about it. So today we are going to be making beef enchiladas. It's going to have red and green salsas and rice and cheese. It looks incredible. We just started recently using HelloFresh, we didn't really see the value as much before because the meals were smaller. But now the new HelloFresh seems to have the perfect size portions to fill up our family and keep our portion sizes healthy. So I've been trying to figure out ways to get more veggies into our meals because at the ages my kids are at, they're not the biggest fans of veggies. So it's been a little bit tricky. But with the new HelloFresh, it's been great because a lot of the recipes have ways where the veggies are kind of snuck in there and ways that my kids actually really like them. So that has been amazing. Also, the new HelloFresh meals are very kid friendly. I didn't feel like I was having to just like scroll through a bunch and like only find a few that my kids would eat. A lot of them I knew they would eat, which is so nice because then I don't have to make a bunch of separate meals like mac and cheese for the kids and something else for us. I just know that when I make this, everyone in our family will enjoy it. So before, most of the protein options that didn't cost extra were just chicken, but now you can add premium steak and seafood at no additional cost, which means you can have meals at home that feel like date night, which is really nice because you can't always go out all the time as parents, so it's really nice to be able to have just like a really nice meal at home sometimes. Smells so good in here already. Another really nice thing about the new HelloFresh recipes is that a lot of these help hit my protein target without having to sacrifice flavor, so that's something that's been really great. This is really fun. I love cooking, and it makes it even more fun when it is really easy to make like this. Very convenient, very easy. Some nights you literally have like 5 minutes before it is full-blown meltdowns and the hanger is in full force, and so they actually have some new ready-made options that are ready in just 3 minutes, which can be absolute lifesavers on chaotic and busy nights where everyone is just hungry and wants to eat dinner really quick. Alright, these are about to go in the oven, but look at how incredible this is. You can take advantage of the new HelloFresh by using my code hannahandregal at hellofresh.com for 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. 1 free meal per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New returning subscribers only. Varies by plan. Sign up today. Click the link below or use my code hannahandregal at hellofresh.com. And thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Next question. Why do you guys think farts are the funniest thing in the world? I feel like that's very true, especially for you. You think farting is very funny. And I feel like for a lot of guys, especially when guys are together, I don't know, you think it's funny with me too.
Everybody loves their own brand. I don't know, they're just funny. I mean, like, I don't think they're the funniest thing ever, but farts can be funny. I mean, farts can be putrid and disgusting as well. But it is like the reaction if you do end up having like a stanky fart, you know what I mean? Which, don't be judging.
I've never farted before though, just to make that clear.
Yeah. Seeing the reaction of somebody, be like, oh man, I think it's the reaction of somebody like being like.
Do you laugh when you fart by yourself?
I mean, that just sounds funny, like.
Okay, so then that boils down to that's probably not necessarily the fart, it's the reaction.
I think it's the reaction.
Okay,
so I would say it's the reaction.
Okay. How do you know if a guy likes you? I know this is kind of a loaded question because it probably depends on the guy, but just like for you and your friends, guys you talk to, how do you think a girl would know?
So
how would they know
if a guy's giving you attention? I think that's a pretty good indicator because it's in a guy's heart to, it's in a pursuit. Yes, it's in a man's heart to, he's designed to pursue a woman. There are, I know some women that have like, oh, I really want this guy, and so they try to, you know, show that and pursue the man as well. But in general, I would say attention, if they're giving you attention and just, you know, being involved in your life. If a guy is showing up and talking and being involved in your life, there's a good chance there may be some feelings.
So I guess on that, how do you know if a guy is just trying to be nice versus liking you? Because I guess when we first started talking, I was a little bit confused because I didn't know if you were just trying to be nice to me or if you were actually interested.
I mean, here's some indicators. He's paying for your meals, which is what I did for Hannah, even though she was like a little bit oblivious. I mean, I was trying to get alone time with her. You know, I was doing gentleman things to her to show her like, hey, I'm not just trying to be friendly.
Would you say like also maybe someone like not just being nice, but like trying to get to know you too?
Yeah, and I think the big indicator is eventually just being able to like have the guy be forward and tell. We were only our second date in, but Hannah kind of was. She was wanting to know. She wanted to know, so she asked why I added her on Facebook and stuff, and I took the time to tell her then and there that I'm interested in you.
Do guys get butterflies just from talking to a girl? Or is it more of a physical thing with guys?
I did. You know, I was nervous.
Butterfly. I was like throwing up nervous because I was so like, oh my gosh.
Talking to her was a whole like, you know, adrenaline rush and just like, but then there was also like a calming and a peace once I broke the ice and we were talking, but you know, there was butterflies. And so yes, I think guys do get butterflies.
What do you think a guy first notices about a girl when he likes her?
Okay, so that is probably a preference thing.
Okay.
I think it has
you probably notice what what you're attracted to, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would say beauty is a common factor, you know.
And it's in the eye of the beholder.
It is in the eyes of the beholder, you know.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, this person's more or than this. I mean, culture will say this and that and whatever. But I mean, every guy has their own preferences and what they're used to and what they are looking for. So
Next question. Do guys like when a girl makes the first move, or do they find that like aggressive or weird, or do they like it?
I will also say that is a personal thing.
Yeah.
Some people are very turned off by that, and some guys prefer that. I wanted to be the pursuer, and so, I mean, I think she did let me do that. And there was also a reciprocation, you know, as well. I think games are kind of frustrating for a guy, because I've experienced that in my life. It's like, does she like me? Does she not? She's hanging out with like...
Do you feel like for like other guys, like some guys might like a girl to be the more like initiator and kind of the more...
Some guys might need that because they don't know how to talk. So some guys though may be shy and they might need that like
more of a forward girl to initiate.
Yeah.
This is a quick one. On a first date, who should pay?
The guy. I think chivalry's not dead.
Oh. Yeah,
and I think that, you know, paying for the meal, opening the doors, pulling out the chair if you need. I mean, like,
and it
all the
doesn't have to be a 5-star restaurant.
No.
You can just, you know, pick a place that you know you can afford.
Yeah.
And
If you haven't already, make sure that you like and subscribe. It really helps us out.
Turn on the notifications, please. Thank you.
Back to that. If you want. I mean,
you don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do any of this, but it really helps us out if you turn on those notifications, because then you won't miss a thing. You won't miss anything.
Do you prefer makeup or no makeup?
I've always been a fan of natural beauty, you know, and I'm not saying I don't like makeup. I did desire someone that didn't necessarily need makeup to make herself beautiful. Now, I'm not saying when she gets dolled up and all that, I don't like, it's not like I don't like that. I mean, I think she looks gorgeous.
What would you say you prefer? Me with makeup on or without makeup?
I mean, I would say without makeup is fine. I would say I would more often than not. I would take that, you know, because I don't think you need makeup to be beautiful.
Thank you.
But I mean, I think you look beautiful with makeup too. Like, that's just how I am.
Do you care about body hair? Do guys care about body hair?
I do a little bit, yes.
Okay. Just
you and I know that you have gone lengthy periods.
I've gone lengthy periods without shaving my legs.
Yes. And then I mean, it's not like I'm like,
you'll tease me sometimes. You'll be like, oh wow, it's getting kind of long.
Yeah, you know.
But you never make me feel like bad about it. It's
no,
like,
we'll joke about it. I'll be like, wow, I have a cactus rubbing my leg. You know, like.
I personally like to shave my legs and my armpits and all that. So this is a great question that I would honestly love to know myself. How'd you get a man to do something without nagging him?
Oh, shoot.
Just asking, super kind.
What if it's something that had been reminding you like over and over again though, and it was getting frustrating to me? So like when I tell you,
I would just, for me personally, I feel like if we're just communicating about it and just plan it out, I feel like we can figure out things.
do it respectfully if
Yes.
you're having a problem with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
and
would just
communicate instead of being like passive aggressive or mean. And that's something that, you know, we are still working on too. Like there's times where I'm frustrated, I feel like he hasn't done something and I'm not the most respectful, and then it causes more issues. And there's times where I choose to be like, okay, I'm just going to be really kind and respectful about this, and then he doesn't.
Yep.
So tone and respect and communication.
Yep. I think that is for guys. Anyways.
Yeah.
Next question.
Why is it hard for some guys to open up about their emotions?
It might be rooted in how people were brought up.
Yeah.
You know, family dynamic.
It can be a cultural thing too, of like maybe like
Yeah.
guys need to be the strong ones and like don't show emotion, which is not true. I mean, you've always been really good at telling me how you feel.
You know, even maybe what position in line of the family they were could affect it, like youngest or oldest. And
Yeah.
I would say also pride, because I think a lot of guys to admit weakness is to show that, you know, I'm not strong. Humility isn't a bad thing, and so
Showing emotion, I don't think is a bad thing. Like that was
No.
one thing I appreciate about you, is that you weren't afraid to tell me how you felt and your emotion.
I mean, we cry in rom-coms together. It's just...
Do guys talk about girls with their friends the same ways that girls talk about guys with their friends? Like, cause you know, like girls would be like, oh my gosh, he did this and he texted me that and this, and it's just very like,
No.
it's very like detail oriented.
No.
Like the full tea is spilt with girls, you know, with like.
No, guys don't. I mean, there is. I don't know, guys. I mean, with the way that you portrayed it, guys don't do that. Like,
Oh my gosh, like he would.
like no, like she.
There's not like a full recap.
A lot of times they'll be like playing Xbox or something like that, and then just be like, yeah, dude, like we're hanging out on Tuesday. Like, oh, sick. Yeah, dude, I just got a double kill. You know, like.
Oh my gosh, that would drive me crazy. I need like all the details. Like, wait, so how did you text it? Was there an exclamation point? Was there a period? Like, none of that's going on.
No, yeah, it's definitely different, and we're not sitting there doing all the details and like what they did and all that stuff. I mean, in general, they'll probably be like, it's like, dude, she's just so hot, like. And then a lot of it is just reflecting maybe on like, man, I messed up or this, because
Yeah,
it's not necessarily on what they did or.
the girl really.
Yeah, just be like, oh, I said this wrong, or I did this wrong, or you know.
Yeah.
So.
Next
question.
What are the most attractive traits for a girl to have?
I mean, obviously, you're beautiful, but that only goes so far. Yeah, seeing like how you respected your father, that was, you know, like a good, to me, that was attractive to see that you were serving in the community and stuff. I felt like that was like a cool thing to see you serve, was like really attractive to me. It was like, oh, like I saw a photo of her posted like doing like a food drive. To me, a big one was modesty. You were fashionable but modest. And a big one was that she was a hard worker. And so with Hannah, I'd say like the beauty was a big factor that was huge, but it had to be backed by substance that heightened that beauty to me.
Next question. Do you think all guys like are kind of like, you know how girls like, they're always like, you play house when you're younger, and I feel like sometimes for girls like the desire to be a mom, not always, but like it can start from a young age. Do you feel like that's the same with guys, or do you think it's kind of like, okay, now I'm married, or you know, now I found the person I want to be with, now I'm ready to start thinking about kids? Or do you think it's like a desire that also like growing up sometimes you maybe always wanted to be a dad? Or
I mean, some guys might be more passionate about that than others. I mean, I know personally for me, I always wanted to be a father, but I wasn't sitting there thinking about my future children all the time, you know,
Yeah.
like
you didn't have a name journal? Or
no, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, yeah, I'll be a dad someday. Like, I want children,
Yeah.
you know, like, I don't know. I would say there's probably a handful out there that are just like super excited to be a dad, all like, and they think about it a lot. But I think for the majority of guys, they're probably thinking about other things. And I'm so grateful for my kids now, and I love them, and I knew, like I said, I knew that eventually I want to be a father.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like at the forefront of my mind, and as
Right.
emotional as women get, especially like when they're young and they're playing with
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh, this is gonna be my baby, like it's in like a mother's heart type deal, like
Yeah.
I think that's more of a girl thing. So.
Yeah.
Next question. Oh,
What are some turnoffs for a girl? Would you say just like in general for guys?
for me, and I think in general, like full of yourself. You know what I mean?
Like in a
Like,
a
is
conceited.
it conceited? Is that the word? Yeah, I would say when a girl is conceited. To me, like, just like,
Oh my gosh, like
there's a difference between confidence and like, I'm just it, and just like,
right. And
you
then
know,
look down on other people.
yeah, and just like, I don't know. I just don't find that. I think a lot of guys don't find that attractive either. Next question.
As a guy, how did you know that I was the one?
I knew she was the person that I wanted to marry and go into covenant with because it was a brief time, like not brief, but I mean, it was like a shorter time than most. It was only 9 months until we got married. But I mean, in that time, I just had peace the whole time. I felt peace about moving forward. And so the peace I got was also because who she was and the experiences we were having together. You know, I mean, I just couldn't see my life without her, you know, so I couldn't see my life without her. It's like, we got to do something here, right?
Next question. Quick disclaimer for anyone who doesn't want to hear it.
Or if you're watching with your children, you don't want them to know this. We're going to be talking about the time of the month for women, so just let you know.
What do you think a period is, and what do you think it feels like?
I mean, it's the time of the month that a woman's uterus sheds. And what it feels like,
Because the egg came down.
Yeah, and it didn't get fertilized, so it needs to go. And women have a set number of eggs, and you only get to have that set number of eggs, and every woman is different. I don't know what the range is.
I don't know what the range is.
I don't know what the range is, but you have a set number of eggs, and you don't get any more.
All right, and what do you think it feels like?
Okay, so what I think it feels like, I mean, I put a TENS unit on once. We did a video. We'll link it if it's there. If not, I put a TENS unit on, and you know, it's like real, you know, and crampy.
Yeah, but it's still just so different.
But there's like a lot of emotional stuff.
There's hormones involved too, so it's like, yeah, the cramping feeling you can kind of get that, but there's just like so much internal stuff going on.
It's not pleasurable. I would imagine.
That is correct. It is not good.
And just being on the receiving end of that time of the month,
Yeah.
I know that it can be just, you know, it's hard sometimes, so. Last question!
What do you really do in the bathroom when you're in there for 30 minutes? The world wants to know, what do you really do in the bathroom when you're in there for 30 minutes? Because I know it is not pooping.
Sometimes, I mean, I'm not pooping for that long, but I mean, sometimes there's like, you know, longer sessions, and I'm just really enjoying like the vegging. I will be scrolling. Sometimes I'll be reading.
Phone.
Right now in my life, my scrolling consists of like research and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of the research that I do has to deal with like, you know, learning about different equipment that we might need for video production or lighting, or like with my music, I'm trying to learn plugins, and because I produce myself, so I'm trying to.
So what I'm hearing is that you are not actually pooping the whole time. You are using it as a place to escape.
When it is a longer session, I'm not using it as a place to.
Longer session? What does that mean?
I'm answering the questions. Let me tell you, when it's a 30-minute session, it's usually I'm doing research, and I mean 30 minutes is pretty rare. I would say I mean 15 and 20 can be, you know, a thing, but I try to, especially since being married, I try to keep it between a 5 and 10 minute thing, because if it's over 10 minutes, I will for sure hear about it. So
Well, there you guys have it. Bunch of questions for you guys that this guy answered.
Yes.
Not every guy's the same, but you know, he's a guy.
Yep.
So you have it here. You have some insight.
Yep.
In case you wanted to know.
Thanks for the questions.
Yes, thank you guys for the questions. And also, I just want to say thank you again so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. We love you.
Yes.
Let us know too. We're kind of trying to figure out like what type of videos to do going forward. So let us know what you guys like want to see from us.
Comment below. We just love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support and just all the encouragement. You guys are always just flooding the comments with just so much fun and life, and we love that. You guys have a great one, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.